Hello, welcome to Wild West Garage. I'm standing here in the shop amongst all these 1950 Chevy parts. So this fender in particular, I did a bunch of work on the back side on the brace where it bolts to the cowl on the cab. So let's get a look at it. So I got the driver's side fender to the point where I'm going to stop for now. I think it's pretty good. I think it's like filler ready, primer ready. So I'm gonna strip the rest of the paint off it, clean all the rust off, and I'll proceed from that point. But the passenger side or the right side fender has some issues I have to deal with. Most notably this brace on the back side of the fender where it bolts to the cowl. So haven't quite decided yet. I mean, it's pretty solid down here. There's some pitting here, but it's really quite solid. I mean, I could fab up a whole new piece, I guess. I don't think it's really necessary, so I'm probably just going to go right from here to here. And there's a crack there, and this is a little bit rusted out too, so I'll have to fix that. And then it's got some issues up the front here. Big dent there, another big dent right here. See that? And then there's a dent there, and this is all broken up here. So, you know, not as bad as the left side fender for sure. Look at that factory black. Nice. Anyways, and I already did all the repairs down in the bottom of this. If you watched my other video on the left side fender, you'll see that, or you can see that if you want to go see that. So let's get to work on this. So before I get cutting any of this out, I'm going to take a piece of MDF and make a brace that goes in here. So I'll drill through this in a couple spots here and a couple spots down here, and I'll screw that brace in, and then I can take it out and do the cutting. But then when I go to put the piece back in, I'll put that brace back in, and it'll all go back in the same place. Okay, I decided I needed to address that area there too. It was a little pretty badly pitted. So anyways, put this little patch in here. I don't know if you caught that on high speed, but I made a little notch right here, and I made a measurement. I'm just going to put this down for a sec. So from that notch to this hole right here, I don't know if you can see that, it was 22 5/8 inches. Now it's 22 9/16. So this, I knew this was going to happen, that's why I did the measurement. So with that welding, there's quite a bit of welding in a concentrated area there. So that has shrunk this and brought this together. So I'm going to have to go here, hammer and dolly this now, quite aggressively I think, and get that back stretched out, especially on the ends. So that'll open that up, I hope. Let's see what happened. Not a whole lot. Have to keep pounding on it. Okay, we're back. Back to 22 and 5/8. There you go. Okay, I'm going to get this thing tacked on in a couple spots, and then I'm going to put my brace, screw that brace back into it. Measurement's good. That the brace fits. Got to re-drill this one hole here through the new brace, the new reinforcement piece. Let's see here. It's lining up. This is a screw. I'm just going to go ahead and weld this all on here while I got the brace on it. I'm going to add a couple more spot welds on the edge of this fender. I didn't have, unless they just rusted off, but there weren't any in the middle here. Seems to have tightened up a little bit, but that's okay. You can deal with that. Just hammer and dolly this and it'll open up. It's going to shrink in anyways when I do this weld here. These plug welds might open it up because it's going to shrink the outside, so it might all balance out. Something's missing. Okay, I'm not sure, but I think this smoke's messing up the weld a bit. I'm just going to try it in a couple more spots here. Okay, that one on the edge. Very good. Let's take the brace out now. And forgot about that crack. Now, take a look at this. I cut right through the outer skin, and I cut the brace out. So I just want to open that up a little wider so I can weld the brace together underneath there. This is why I don't throw away my little worn out zip discs, so I can get into a tight spot. I should have trimmed that out of there before I put the brace in. Would have been better. I wouldn't have had to hack into the edge of the fender so much. But it'll be okay. Spot weld here, plug weld. Yeah, that tightened up quite a bit. So I have to do some hammering right in this area. Maybe it'll, yeah. So I'll open this up with some hammer and dolly work right here. See, before this template was touching up here. So yeah, actually right here, do some hammer and dolly right there. That'll open that up a bit too. Yeah, that's probably where it needs it, right there. If that doesn't fix it, then I'll keep going along here. That did a lot. Do that some more. Check my measurement. It's perfect. 22 5/8. I think we're good. All lined up. Yeah, I tightened that up there. Right on. I guess I better show you how this turned out. So turned out pretty good. See, this is the piece I put in, right? And then you can see where I ground through here to get down to expose this area here that was covered up by this flange, so I could weld these two pieces together. And then, of course, I just welded it shut. So that's kind of like a spot weld there. These two pieces together, and then I got some other plug welds along here. That one's a little, what do you want to call it? Porous. Might have to redo that one. This one here, another one there, another one right there, and then this area here, this metal on the outer skin metal was a little bit thin here, so I just kind of chased around the thin spots and got it all kind of built up, welded back together. So that's firmly connected to this. And then I got a couple plug welds out here. There was one hole there for that screw hole that was holding the brace on. And then there's this little patch I put in here first. I'm not going to worry about that screw hole. And then I just went around this bolt hole here that was a little thin around there, and it was looking kind of weak, so I thought I better fix that up. And so anyways, just got a lot of cleanup to do on this course. So that's pretty much it. She's all back into shape now, looking good. So there we go. Got this pretty much back into shape. A little bit more fine tuning here and there, but it's don't quite have this shape right. It's a little too tight here and flat there. I'd like to make this some more uniform curve. A little bit of ripple action down here, a little bit of, like I said, more fine tuning. And of course I covered this part already in another video. Yeah, no, this fender looks pretty good. So, I mean, it's ready to fit on the truck, you know, as far as like doing just a first assembly, just to make sure everything fits. You know, I don't want to get too carried away with even these little details, because they can affect, you know, sometimes affect the fit of the fender to the truck when you're assembling it. So I want to get, you know, I've got everything now, like the doors, the cab, and you know, these parts here I'm not going to put on until I've got this thing stripped, the rust stripped off it. So I can start fitting stuff now together. And yeah, so these fenders are as far as I'm going to take them from now. So there we go. Thanks for sticking around. It's nothing too spectacular, but just regular stuff.
Thanks for watching.